there any rhyme or reason why JBL is getting involved in these things?
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. Yes, I am back. A week off was much needed. You all know the reason why. Jason's here. Kevin and Joe are here. And at least I know myself, Joe, and Kevin, in the immortal words of Seth Rollins, we hate football.
Why? What happened?
Guys?
What happened?
Saturday night, something happened with the Lions.
Nothing happened. I blocked it out.
That was like a non-main event for
Go
me.
Pistons.
Ooh.
Go Tigers.
Go Pistons.
I'm already moved on.
Yeah,
like it's a sport. You got to move on.
You have to. You're right.
You know what? And
last week.
And I have staring at me autographed football from the 2008 Lions looking at me, and they went 0-16. This isn't the worst thing that happened. Moved on. I'm already past it.
Wow. When did you come to that? Like the moment the clock hit zero, or
quite honestly,
Thursday?
the pick six. I even sent Kevin a message. I'm like, I hate to say it, but it's over. Like I already knew it was over then.
It's true. And I was like holding on hope until it
I'm like, I really want them to win, but Washington was playing too well. You can't take that away from them.
Was that game Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday night.
Yeah.
The Commanders are playing way too well. You can't hate on Jaden Daniels. He's such a good stand-up guy and a great talent. The better team won. 5 turnovers. Moving on. Me too. I hope it's Washington Buffalo.
And I don't even.
I really do.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Buffalo, but Kev, Kev, do you have a little different perspective? Joe seems like he's taking this like a man.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that Penn State beat Michigan State when we bought those bootleg long sleeves. I'm still thinking about that.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
I went to the gym, came home, took a shower. I was about to put that on, and I was like, not today. Not today.
Not today.
I thought about it all day or all night Saturday, a lot on Sunday. I called. I talked to Joe on the phone a little bit
on Sunday
on the situation on Sunday. Father-in-law, my buddy Paul, just so many, just more talking.
Yeah, therapy sessions.
It is the therapy session situation. Just be like, this is what this in between. I'm more. Oh, what if I would have hung a different flag up under the TV?
Wow.
That's what it was.
I'm super superstitious like that. And like Laura and Brett make fun of me because Brett's like, oh, I have to go grab my other, or I have to go grab my jersey. I wear it each time. He's only wearing a t-shirt and he's like, don't be superstitious like Dad. Don't do it.
So it's Bert's fault.
Oh, but Kevin, speaking of which, we haven't talked since. Any luck on the idea I had with the what we were going to do with the championship titles? Because I called them for I wanted to do some good with that money. We were going to buy some championship titles if the Lions would have won, but that didn't happen. But I was like, instead of having that money just we get to pocket it.
Maybe next year.
NFL auction was doing all proceeds go to the LA Wildfire support. So we are going to bid on some Lions things that weekend. Did you get anything or no?
That shit was raising up.
I got outbid on everything.
I mean, when
no, that's not good. I tried to do some good with that money.
But it shows everybody else was doing even better though, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. I even bid on a Joey Harrington autograph number and got outbid.
They had Eric Ebron number. When Frank Ragnow was pretty cool. And that was I think for a while it was only $10. And then that shot up to 91 with 5 days to go. And then a lot of the cool, they had mini helmets, footballs, like Calvin Johnson Hall of Fame poster, everyone signed it in his class. But the stuff raised up to $700-800 on everything legitimately.
Well, that's about how much the belt were, right?
Right.
7,
but I thought that would have been a good idea to move past the whole Lions losing and do something good with the money we were going to do. So I'm still going to do a donation now, but I was just seeing if you had any luck because I did not.
No.
I thought you. Okay, now, when that game was happening, did you guys break out the expensive hooch, the booze, the stuff that Joe camps out for? What's a rum or
No, not rum. Did I bust open the Blantons that night after the game?
You did?
Yeah, I did, just to be like, I don't really drink during the game because I don't want to be like obliterated. And I think it's bad luck because I drank throughout all the 2000s and the Lions suck then. So like now that they're doing well, I kind of like ease back. Right. But after the season was over with, I sent Kevin a message too, going like, "You still want to like have one for the season?" And Kevin, what was your response?
I think you asked if I was still going to chug one.
Yeah.
I didn't even do it.
And you're like, no.
Partially, I'm trying to be good with gym workouts, limiting alcohol. I'm not doing dry January, but
new Kevin.
I was afraid if I had won during that game, I probably would have had 21 because I was
the same way.
I was anxious. 2, it would have been pissed off drinking. And when I get pissed off drinking or excited drinking or anxious drinking, that's when I have about 15 to 20.
We've been on vacation with you. We know. We've been on vacation with me too. We know. Yeah. So Kevin, I was the same way. So that's why I was like, nah, I'm not. But I was like, this was your thing. So I was like, I don't want Kevin to be upset about this. Let's still have one. And you're like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll respect that.
Yeah.
But I was worried about you Saturday.
Next year.
I really was.
Which is funny because
I'm like, Kevin,
a year ago,
that's really bad.
That exact same things. Next year. Mm-hmm. Next year.
Yeah, but this time it's for real.
Next year. Welcome.
Just one before I die. No, I'm back to that.
I'm looking forward to next year the most is when the Lions play the Steelers, and only Brian has to wear the Lions gear, not both of us, and not just me.
I would never wear Lions gear.
The yearly, the every time they play each other, the bet is loser has to wear the winning team's colors out.
I am, however, looking to enter the transfer portal for college, so I need a new college football team. So, transfer portal. So I'm still.
What about North Carolina and Belichick? What do you think about that?
I am.
What about those Western Kentucky Hilltoppers?
The Youngstown Penguins have the lead right now, but just got to wait and see what their competing offers are. They're the first offer on the table. So, Youngstown Penguins.
I'm not gonna recommend you joining the Spartan bandwagon because it hurts there.
It's full. All full.
It's not. It's empty, but it's just also like
awful.
It's awful.
All right. So enough of that football podcast.
Yeah. Let's talk to what
I'm just glad Kevin and Joe actually showed up, unlike Brian, who
exactly. They're bigger men than me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking a week off, but then I realized maybe Joe and I are a little bit better than Brian, and we just have to prove it.
A little, yeah.
Just a little. No, it's marginal.
We're better than you. And we know it.
I had the double whammy because as we were recording 2 weeks ago in the middle of Penn State Notre Dame, and they were winning. And then if you guys remember, we wrapped up the recording and I was like, I got to go watch. And then I got crushed. And then my Steelers got crushed on whatever that was, Saturday or Sunday. So it was the double whammy. And I'm not too proud of myself, but we learn.
I just see the Lions lose and then Ohio State win the national championship in a matter of 2 days. So I don't want to hear it.
That's not fun. I get it.
It's gross.
It's a shitty world we live in.
But nevertheless, podcast.
Yeah. Last Saturday we put that football behind us. This Saturday we got Saturday night's main events. The second one in the resuscitation, the bringing it back. With the first one a couple of months ago. So here we go. We got 4 matches on the card. Gunther, Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu. Rhea versus Nia. And Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Plus we've got Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens contract signing with the Heartbreak Shawn Michaels overseeing it since it's in San Antonio. Jay, what are you most excited to see on this card?
I'm excited to see how they build it up, because this one's not getting as much love as last month's.
Sure.
And obviously it was the first one. Just there's not a lot of promotion on this one, which I found interesting. But as far as matches, I was thinking, I don't know why all week I was thinking KO and Cody was Saturday, but it's not. It's just a contract signing. I think Jacob Fatu and Strowman will be a fun one just because they're just monsters, and just, the fact that, Jacob's getting to talk more, and, what I've been saying all along is another step closer to coming true, that he is the real thing. He's the real deal. I would love to even see Jey Uso win the title.
Okay.
100%.
I think it's time.
100%.
I don't think he keeps it till WrestleMania, but I do think let something big happen on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what we walked away from the last one going, like, good show. Nothing really big happened. And then they had after the show went off the air, Cody pile drive. Kevin Owens pile drives Cody, stretcher. I was like, oh, they did that off the air. Let's have a big moment on the air. I'm with you. Joe, what's your takeaways, or not takeaways, but what are you most excited to see for Saturday?
I want to see Jey Uso and Gunther's match. I want to see one of two things happen. One, Jey Uso wins it and possibly goes to WrestleMania as a champion because he's that over, he's that popular. And that would mean my prediction was right, that Gunther would not be the champion going into WrestleMania. But the other thing I want to see, if Jey Uso doesn't win, I want to see them do something with Gunther with this championship, because he's not even getting PLEs anymore. He's just on the Saturday night's main event doing title defenses. That's not building the new championship up. It's slowly bringing it down.
So, Joe, if Jey Uso wins, will you buy a Yeet shirt?
Sure. I'm going to this. I'm going to the Superstore anyway. I'll see if it's there. Why not?
I don't know. I'm not a Yeet. I'm a no Yeet kind of guy.
Like,
you might.
They make him specialize now.
Yeah, it's going to be Indeet.
Yeah.
Indeet.
He was wearing the San Jose Sharks one on Monday.
I bought a Pittsburgh one when I went to that house.
And the Dallas Stars one he was wearing. Dallas.
That's right.
That's the new Town 316 or Town Nightmare.
Yeah.
Or it needs to be like, I yeeted an Indy or something, like, or an arrow. Something.
We don't need the arrow.
We don't need
the arrows. Where's the arrows? Oh, all right. Where's the arrow pointing, Kevin?
It's gonna say yeet.
Okay.
Yeet. No. If you win, sure, because I'm going to the Superstore anyway, so I'm gonna have to get something for the trip. So why not? That was for Kevin, right?
Yeah.
If I have an indie nightmare, I might have talked to you on that one.
Jeez.
Let me talk to you, he said.
We'll be in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, so
yeah.
If they haven't, okay.
That's true. You might have to get the
I hope
internet
you get that package.
Send me your request. Kevin, send me your request.
Yeah.
Venmo me afterwards. We'll be fine.
I think I agree with basically everybody. I think Gunther, Jey, that's on the top of my list. All the matches are going to be fun, to be honest. Yeah. I think they all have fun factor, but they're going to pull the trigger, pull it with Jey. Especially because now I'm thinking in my mind with that CM Punk promo, I think if he won the Rumble and he chose to go against Gunther, I fear for Gunther's life on the mic against Punk, because I feel like Punk.
That's a good point.
Especially from that just 1 minute with Jackie. Holy crap, he would just
out Hogan.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Well, I know the spot of the week coming up later, but
no.
That
there was no reason to bring up Hogan.
I disagree.
Absolutely none.
It was a cheap pop because Hogan got booed, and I thought it was perfect because he went through everybody, and then he said, "Oh, bring a nostalgia back," instead of saying, because they always bring Isaac Yankem or something nostalgia. You know,
They've
there's
never
no
brought
chance.
Isaac Yankem.
Well,
back.
I'm okay.
Could you imagine the pop if they did bring him back?
Oh my God, yeah.
A dentist drill.
But
We would hear it on the Atlantic Ocean.
A blast from the past. I'll say it like that. So why?
It's not going to be Hacksaw.
He is going to be in Indy that weekend.
Oh, that'll be. Oh, hey,
better bring your boots.
That's me and Kev's buddy.
Yeah, especially when watching. Was it the Vaudettes?
I think it was the Vaudettes. Yeah, they're not there this time, but we've got another burlesque troupe there.
Hacksaw was the friendliest guy.
I think they're called Ass-tastic
last year. But that's. Oh man, I thought that was perfect. But I fear for Gunther's life on anywhere near the top of the card if he has to square off against CM Punk with microphones. Jey Uso, on the other hand, I feel like that could be incredibly fun.
I don't know, man.
Is he that good on the microphone?
Yeah,
he's good at getting the crowd riled up, but
I think back to those promos he was cutting on Damian Priest leading into SummerSlam, where he was basically calling him and his whole family like street trash and just all that. Like he can get there. Like, yeah, he's not on Punk's level, but I don't think it's a complete landslide. I think he can hold his own in smaller doses, I would say.
And please, maybe if Punk wins, he's not challenging Gunther because that's not main event. He would challenge Cody. Anyone who wins this has to challenge Cody to get in the main event.
Whoa. 2 nights.
No, but the last night 2 main event, that's Cody's spot.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that last week. I don't think night 1 should be considered main event. It's just the end of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see we'll have time to talk about it, but last year was the first time where they did the results of night 1 go into night 2. So
yeah.
I don't know if that'll happen again with
the consequences.
Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. But give me Braun and Jacob Fatu. We talked about it, Jay. This is, this isn't a PLE per se, but it's certainly a special event, and so I would think this is Jacob's first singles match doing that. He's probably had tag matches, Bloodline, Survivor Series, War Games things.
Oh, right, okay.
This is him on his own. That's what I mean. Yeah, as a singles competitor, this is a big meaty men slapping meat Big E special with Braun and him. So that's what I'm most excited to see. Those other ones too. I think all those other 3 matches we've seen before in a Raw or PLE or whatever. So I'm sure it's all good. I love all 4 matches.
Meaty men slapping meat. I have my own version now of meaty men slapping meat. I had a show last Saturday, and in the main event, Beast Man went after the RWA Heavyweight Championship against Crash Jackson. They're both big boys. I referred to it as Planet Thickness. Somebody online made a Planet Fitness shirt, turned it into Planet Thickness.
I saw that.
Did not give me a fucking penny.
No.
Fuckers.
You need that gimmick lawyer that all the wrestlers have.
Yeah. Fuckers.
Copyright,
Planet
brother.
Thickness is my meaty men slapping meat.
All right. I think that's a nickname for you, too. I like that. Jason, Planet Thickness.
I am Planet Thickness.
All right. I like it. So, yeah, we'll see how Saturday goes, too. By the way, to be determined. But, yeah, Jay and I were texting. I think there's at least a moderate chance of a immediate post-show reaction. Joe, Kevin, not sure what your Saturday nights are looking like, but me and Jay were saying, maybe be able to do that because, hey, guys, I am kid and wife free this weekend.
Oh, my.
Heard about 83.33% that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
When does single life start? Bachelor party.
That's the thing. It sucks doing dry January.
No.
I'm doing it for me, man.
She's not listening.
No, that's true. And she was good until last Saturday. We had a little Christmas. Yeah,
you made it halfway. That's pretty good.
Did. So we had a her side of the family that we hadn't seen, kind of like a post-Christmas party. Nice. She's like, I can't see my cousins who I don't ever see and not drink. So then for her it became dry-ish January. So that's how that goes. But I'm holding
so
firm.
It became damp January.
Sure, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
damp would work as
Moist
well.
January.
It could be that as well. Not for me. But in any event. Yeah, so it's kind of a boring weekend to be having no kids and no wife around. But Saturday night's main event will keep me occupied. I might have Matt come over. We're figuring it out. And maybe you guys can join on the pod too if we pull that off. Right on. All right, but it's weird though because we got this big event, and then like you said, the Rumble's next Saturday. So there's a lot happening this Saturday. Next Saturday's Rumble. The card is right now it's both Rumble matches, and it's Cody and Kevin in the ladder match. And I looked last year; they had 4 matches. So
isn't this the last year of the one night Rumbles? Isn't it? Go to 2 nights next year.
I don't
announce
think they've announced that.
SummerSlam. Everything else is going to 2.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't Royal Rumble be the next one?
It won't shock me at all.
Then they need to figure out another 18 matches.
Yeah, if it's 2 nights, it would be a matter of like
5 each. 5 each night.
5.
Yeah.
1 Rumble, 4 matches.
See, the trickiest thing with that is to make the other matches quality, like to give a good 15-minute match.
Oh, yeah.
Would you put them also in the Rumble? Because that was now I don't really think that too much about it. But growing up, I'm like, dang it, he's fighting another match. He's not going to be in the Rumble.
Right.
That, like when you were growing up, like.
But Kev, here's the thing: if night 1 is the women's Rumble, it could be men's matches, and if night 2 is the women's Rumble, or vice versa,
men's Rumble can be women's matches.
Yeah, they can.
So you could technically compete on both nights.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
but something has to happen. It needs another match.
There'll probably be 2 more. I bet 2 more gets.
Yeah, we had 4 last year, so you got to figure getting at least one. At least
there'll be an IC title match. I bet.
I was thinking US because IC titles this weekend.
Women
it is Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which Sheamus is not going to win it yet. It's Saturday night's main event. It's not the time or place. It should be WrestleMania.
Yeah, and only 1 title change per.
So maybe a Nakamura LA Knight thing or
a good one.
Something else. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like they should have waited for. I understand they're putting the women's tag championships on next NXT, but that could have propelled those belts to something in kind of a throwaway. But I understand you're going to have Bianca in the Rumble, but that match wouldn't have lasted that long probably anyway.
Yeah,
it kind of would propel some. I would have to imagine. Going to debut at least sometime, hopefully in 2025 with Lash Legend, but they got to figure something out.
Yeah, and we've got, like you said, we got new women IC champ, Lyra. You've got the US champ and Chelsea, and they're not on the main event show. So maybe it's one of them.
She's in the 2nd year of her championship reign. Give her some credit.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. There's not. Maybe we'll have some more clarity after this Saturday, but
or even after tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah, maybe
after tonight is SmackDown. Yeah, all true. All right, a lot of excitement things coming up. Let's shift it now to AEW. Not talking about. Yeah, not talking about like the actual program itself, but just a lot of comings and goings and potential goings and not potential. Let's
blockages.
What?
Sausages.
You mean hostages?
Hostages.
Hostages.
That's it. All right, so
AEW. Hostages.
Let's throw the 3 out there. That
blockages.
Okay,
no, we're not going to throw them out because they won't throw them out, so we're not going to throw them out.
So wait, I gotta remember it.
Did you forget who they were?
No.
Is it because they haven't been on TV in forever?
So, no, I know who it is. So I saw a funny name for these situations of somebody wants to leave WWE and they're not being let out, and vice versa. If somebody wants to leave AEW and it won't be out. The AEW one is calling it Guantanamo Bay.
Nice.
And I can't remember what there's a WWE equivalent to one that I can't remember what it was, but it's equally as good as Guantanamo Bay. Like, I can't get out of Guantanamo Bay.
Oh my god.
I gotta look it up. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking
Go
about
ahead.
it.
I got it. Keep talking.
All right, you talk. I'll talk. You look. But the three that are in the mix on all this. Number one, this came out this week about what's going on with Britt Baker, not being used on TV. We haven't seen her in a couple of months. I think they said the last time I remember this. The last time we saw her, she did a match. Serena Deeb came out afterward, and Britt was literally looking at the camera going, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It was a very awkward thing. And apparently someone cared because they never put her on TV since then. You have that.
That was
you
in
also
November.
have, what's that?
That was in November.
Okay, yeah. So we're at 2 months now.
Because she had just came back from her stroke and her injury and everything that happened.
Yeah. So we had that. We also have Malachi Black is gone. They're clearly on AEW programming doing a reboot, I guess, with Brody King and Buddy and Julia. Malachi is gone. So we have that in the mix. And the other one this week, and not a surprise, Ricky Starks saying he asked for his release. It was not granted. The rumor is maybe springtime is when his contract will be up. In the meantime, it sounds like he's just sitting on the sidelines with maybe doing some indie dates here or there until presumably he could go to WWE. Jay, I know you have a good passion too with just the whole Britt Baker situation and kind of where that is right now with what she's meant for the company.
Well, I sent the social team something to put up on Twitter, and all hell has broken loose this week.
I saw.
The tweet. If there was no Britt Baker in AEW, there wouldn't be a women's division. She was the first to get the women over AEW Dynamite Weekly. So remember, the first AEW women's champion was Riho.
Yeah.
And then it was Nyla Rose. And then I think it was Thunder Rosa and then Britt Baker. But nobody cared until Britt Baker was on the show. She was in a fucking wheelchair. And she was getting the women over. So the tweet, a lot of people are not happy. This one guy refers to her as Brittle Baker, which is a nice word. I gave him props. I'm like, nice wordplay. They had a champion that wasn't Brittle, and Brandy had a heel faction of goons causing havoc. And I wrote back, nobody cared about Brandy, and nobody cared about the champ. So this thing has gone on. And then someone said, you're forgetting Big Swole. And I wrote, no, I'm not. She's great.
No.
Great, but no. I mean, there is so many people checking in. But the thing that's really pissing me off is these cheating allegations.
Yes.
Guess what, fuckers? It's not our business.
Yeah.
It's not fucking Slimmy 23 or whatever the fuck your ad is.
Kevin, I guess your guy Conan talked about that on the podcast. That's what I read. Your
but the
old
biggest
K-Dog.
thing is a lot of those allegations are also coming off the Web is Jericho website.
Which is interesting because, I mean, it's Jericho's website.
Yeah. And a lot of the AEW, rumors and dirt and all that stuff literally always comes from there.
Interesting. James Ryder, I think, is the webmaster there.
Yeah.
Who cares? This is like high school stuff. Like, these are adults. We are adults. I don't care what they do. Yes. While I have collectibles behind me, and but I don't care about their personal lives, just like they don't care about mine.
No, they don't care about anything about us.
They don't care anything about us. So why should we care about? Like, they are talent, who are there to entertain us, and they're doing a great job of it. I don't care if she cheated, and if she didn't, I don't care. I don't care if Adam Cole cheated. I don't care. I don't even care that they broke up. I just
not our business.
It's not our business.
Place. Wrestling, you can love wrestling all you want, but it's not going to love you back.
No, you just have to look at it like this. Oh, did you hear that so-and-so, she cheated? Oh my God. Oh, I got to go. I have home ec right now, or I have homeroom to get to. That's high school crap that you talk about in the hallways. Let it go, people.
I don't know. When Macho and Elizabeth broke
How
up,
old were you? How old were you when that happened?
Oh.
How old were you when that happened?
I don't
like 11, 12?
Yeah, young.
Acceptable then.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I get you. Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the only one that, like,
she's a good lady.
It's real. Well,
but the thing is, Kev, that was on TV.
I'm sorry, Macho.
On TV with Britt Baker.
Sorry, Macho.
The thing is, I hate to say it, they're not married.
Who cares?
If somebody cheated on someone, good for them. They weren't.
They were together for 7 years and never got married, and it's like, who cares? Who cares?
Hey,
no, but that's the way life is right now. Who cares?
It took 10 years for us to get.
But you're married, right?
Mm-hmm. Worth the wait.
Yeah. Who cares? Like this, it's all this blah 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 blah. He said. Who cares? That was my point, Jason. It wasn't a dig at you.
And can you imagine the star she's going to become if she shows up in WWE?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, insane. Like, this is what I was thinking about earlier too. Like, it's going to maybe make me look like an asshole, but I feel like when the bigger stars go from WWE to AEW, I'm not as excited. Like Adam Copeland, I'm just not excited. Like, it's those type of things. But when you get a big star from AEW, even a medium star, go over to the other side, boom.
Ricky Starks is going to be like Tito Santana level of popularity.
That's gonna be great.
Babyface when he comes.
I wonder too, and nobody. Yes, I wonder too. The answer was Paul Catraz. Thank you.
That's
Jeff.
funny.
Yes, we had Guantanamo Bay and Paul Catraz.
Well, I didn't come up with it. It was on the text chain, but I'm like, I just wanted just.
Thank you. Yeah, before we forgot about mentioning it to our listening and viewing audience. So. But the other thing, it's like with Britt, I don't. What would this play a factor? She is a legit dentist. I don't know. Would she give up her practice to do WWE? Because with AEW, I don't know for sure. But I mean, I think at least at first it was like, oh, I work Dynamite, and then I see my patients on like Thursdays and Fridays or whatever.
Yeah,
so who knows if she's doing it now? But if she is, then that would have to go bye for real this time.
I don't know. It could be interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, but of course it'd be a big get for WWE for sure.
Imagine hearing that drill at the Royal Rumble, but it's the women's Rumble.
Just reuse the Yankum music.
No, that's what I was going to say. Exactly. She comes out as Iron.
That's hilarious. That is so good.
What about Malachi Black, guys? He's gone. We all loved him when his like NXT days and for a little bit in WWE before things kind of went sideways for him. Are we feeling that we'd like to see him back? And boy, Jay, you found a really cool conspiracy theory on Twitter about with Gable.
The Dark Arts,
which is
the name of his wrestling school. So
how about that?
I mean, look, I don't have that kind of time in my life to look that type of shit up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Whoever does, great. We aggregated your story or your theory. I hope it's true. Malachi Black, Aleister Black. I love the House of Black. I don't want to say it now because Spot of the Week's coming up. I got something cool to talk about. Highly anticipated return from what I hear.
Back. Yep.
No, this is great. This is great. Now with Triple H in charge, like I think we can do without the coffin entrance. But
I like the coffin entrance.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we leave that one in the past too. I agree.
But when his music pops,
the music was great.
What was it? Incendiary and Code Orange. I think
Code Orange
combo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a Rumble appearance. I bet you I will bet $1 that he is a Rumble return.
Shit, I'm gonna get off the boat so I can see that.
Now you find some nerd
find our other loser
PS5.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Public TV.
Brian, I heard on the 6th to 7th floor stairwell on the west side, they're going to be lurking in the corner.
Let's do
Well, I know I'm going to be on
I'm putting that in my
silence
vlog
during that time because I don't want to ruin anything for you guys.
My phone doesn't work on the boat. I don't buy my wife does, but I don't.
No, but like once you get on land and it's like all the
Well, see, my plan is when I get off the boat, I will start watching the Rumble on my phone. And then when I get to the airport lounge, I'll just watch the rest of the Rumbles. That's what I did 2 years ago with Brad Williams, comedian.
Nice.
He accepted my Jack and Coke when Bully Ray didn't want it. So
he's all right in your book.
yeah, he's a good dude. I like Brad Williams.
Bully.
Wow.
And then we got Ricky Starks left. I mean, this one's been going on for a long time. Like we already said, it's like, we know he's WWE bound. It's gonna be big. Does anybody see it the other way as far as the whole like honor your contract, dude?
Well, that's the thing. He's not working. So like
right.
if you have a contract but you're not working, I can see it both ways. Someone online, some wrestler came up online with that, and like, I get it, but
it's not like the Kevin Nash of the old, where he's like, "I'm being paid to stay at home."
Yeah,
Starks is a young guy, right? He wants to get the reps in. He wants to get matches. Like, how old is Ricky?
I think
like
30, 27, something like that.
So
no,
he's like in the prime.
He's under 30.
Really?
He's under 30. I'm guessing young 30s.
Alexa, how old is Ricky Starks? Ricky Starks is 34.
Okay.
34.
Oh, okay. Damn. Around the nose. Nice.
34. That's why he wants to wrestle.
Listen, this is why I'm saying, been saying for a week, TV time is gold. Win or lose, as long as you're on TV, that's establishing your brand. So not being on TV, you're just hurting his ability to make money. I know they're under contract, but like your contract means nothing if you're not participating in it.
But Tony Khan's making him even become more popular, not wrestling.
Only with people like us who are following the background thing. Most people don't follow this stuff.
I think everybody who is a Ricky Starks fan will
Have you seen the internet saying that people don't follow this shit? We follow it the least, and we're still talking about it. These fucking losers online, like Slim Bob Joe 17, that's his fucking life.
Hey, that's our audience, man. What are you doing?
Fuck that.
He's from Alabama.
Kid, I think. Yeah.
Slim Bob Joe 16. It's
honey, we got snow. What the fuck's going on?
So do we all agree all three of them could thrive?
Oh yeah.
I worry, not worry, but Britt would be the one I would say I would be most curious about, not because she's not a great talent, but there's so many talented women right now. I mean, in main roster and in NXT,
best
like
roster in the game.
They're probably adding Jordan Grace. We'll talk
She'll
about
go
a
main
little
roster.
bit of that.
I think so too.
They just added NXT has
she should win the women's
Julia Vaquer, Zarya girl, Sol Ruka. I mean, so that's where I'd get like, boy, it's a tough ladder to climb. There's a lot of
Britt's an established name where she could like she's not as big as CM Punk, but she could get the CM Punk treatment, as in like, we don't want you here, and then that's where the feuds could go. She could be the female CM Punk there, and they have a history together in AEW.
Oh. Yeah, no, true. Nikki Bella's rumored now. Saw that.
Oh, yeah. It's because of me.
So there's a lot, man. There's a lot going on. So, but yeah, any and all of them will be good pickups for sure. That's the one I would keep my eye on. Jay, what you got for us? Yeah,
I got a surprise. Haven't done this in a while. It's a new year, and I thought, you know what?
We got a beer.
Let's get back into the pro wrestling craze.
Nice.
Only because the last one of 2024 had a Danhausen micro brawler dressed as Marty McFly.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I've seen that.
And the last time I missed out on one was the Sting and RoboCop shirt, which they do have on TeePublic. But
classic.
You get a Riho shirt. And it's gonna say first ever AEW champion.
All right. So
oh man.
Pro Wrestling Crate, it's bi-monthly, so the next one I believe will be in March. So let's see. We got
Is it the one with 2 shirts?
Yeah. So it's
the goodies and all that.
All right, a little 8-bit Kenny Omega.
Nice.
See that? Yeah. All the nerds on the cruise will have that one on.
Oh yeah.
Brian's favorite Orange Cassidy sticker.
Oh,
it's this high school yearbook photo you can put in your wallet.
All right. Oh.
That color. Like a peach.
Is that from the Mark Henry collection?
Is it a Crush shirt?
Do you want to guess who this is?
Best friends. Like Chuck Taylor and probably. Trent Beretta.
Kev?
I already said Crush, so I can't go back.
Yeah, Crush.
Go?
I'm gonna go with the Acclaimed.
It's fucking Roddy Piper.
Wow.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Why is it Band-Aid?
There's only one Roddy Piper shirt, and it says Hot Rod.
A Pro Wrestling Tees friendship bracelet.
Oh my god! You wish we would have had that time for SummerSlam.
What was that last one, Jay?
A Pro Wrestling Tee bracelet.
Friendship
that's
bracelet.
cool.
I wear that on the boat.
And that
say Larry
will start feuds. That will start feuds.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get what they did there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh
Larry.
Yeah.
Macho Man.
No, even better.
No such thing.
Macho King. Yeah.
It's the Outrunners bandana.
Oh, that's perfect for
you. Have to bring that.
Yeah, that's a must.
All right. What we
Start packing.
A Ricochet pin.
Oh, it's sharp.
Not great.
What pin?
Ricochet.
Oh, Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Got a little pair of scissors in the corner. I see.
I might have talked about that one.
2 micro brawlers this time. They must be.
Oh.
And they are badass ones too. Repo Man and the Godfather.
That's bad.
Who's the other guy?
Repo Man and the Godfather.
Godfather. Oh, the green hat. I thought it was hair. I was like, who is that?
Go
Funk.
And the Mystery 8x10. Who is it going to be, guys?
Oh, let's go. Harvey Whippleman.
Okay.
Flash Funk.
Okay.
Dean Malenko.
All right.
I already have that one.
Oh. You're all wrong.
Obviously, we always are.
Snitsky.
It wasn't
my fault.
That's good.
Yeah, well. The micro brawlers are cool, and the Kenny Omega shirt's cool. That Hot Rod shirt, man.
That's hot garbage, is what
that is. Hot garbage.
Send that to Guantanamo Bay. Yes. I don't want that ever again.
Outrunners. Hell yeah, I'll be on.
That's good. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd say, what would you give that? Like scale 1 to 10?
7 out of 10. I think 7 out of 10.
So satisfactory. Above average.
It's a C. I'll give it a C average.
Okay.
And that Kenny, this is cool. Like I said, it's like got the 8-bit letters. And the Hot Rod thing was not cool. So, anyway, that was my surprise. I just thought, let's get back into a couple live unboxings from time to time. Pro Wrestling Crate, they have different levels. So, if you want 1 shirt, 2 shirt, 3 shirt, the 2 micro brawlers was a nice surprise. I didn't even realize they were doing that. So, and anything with the Outrunners is a hit. So,
yeah, perfect, right in time for the cruise. So.
You have to wear the bandana with your Outrunner shirt you got last year.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I got other Outrunner shirts over the years since I've been supporting them from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a pair
since 1983 in the Sportatorium?
Well, I saw at the Sportatorium against the Freebirds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, you were there.
I mean, I was 7 years old when I was there, and it was awesome.
That's how.
What are those? What are the pants called that are like not
Zubaz?
Zubaz.
I have Zubaz pants.
wear those with
or is it the skids
Outrunner
pants, like
shirt
the really
and
baggy ones, like the
the
I
hammer
don't think I
pants?
have
Pajamanite.
pink though. I don't think
The
I have
third
pink.
Outrunner.
Oh, I wonder if I can get them delivered real quick on Amazon. Talk amongst yourself. I'll see if I can find pink
Absolutely.
Zubaz on Amazon.
Oh man,
Absolutely, you can.
looks like you got pajama night.
Oh, I
either
gotta figure that out still.
It's either pajama night or he's gonna be coaching PE in the 90s.
It's
Can
presidential
you get those
fitness test, kids.
Can you get those new
kids?
It's time to mouser-size.
Mouser-size.
Oh, we might have a winner.
Kevin
Okay.
with the mouser size.
It's, oh man,
You brought it back.
it was like right before the teacher would bring down the climbing ropes. We would just have the mat and you would do Tarzan swings. Did you guys ever do those?
Sure.
You just ran, grabbed it, and you just swung. Now it would probably be outlawed to do, but like,
oh no, we didn't do the Tarzan swings at like Pitfall. No, we had our gym teacher put a paper cutout of the shark from Jaws while playing the theme. Is like, okay, you have to go across here or you're gonna get eaten alive by a shark. And it's like, okay, 5-year-olds, no big deal. Can't get away with that now.
I was so gullible in first grade when they had the ropes, and I had a kid in my class. His name was Brian too. So if you're the same name as somebody in first grade, that's automatically your best friend. And Brian told me
Joe sucked.
Brian too.
Brian told me that one time he climbed to the top of the rope, started swinging, and he swung himself into the basketball hoop. Like he scored himself. And I was like, wow, awesome.
All I got to say about that is Brian 2's a fucking liar.
Yeah. I know this now, I presume.
He's on
Brian 1 is gullible.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow. All right. Well, so success, Jay, what do you think?
So my wife's technique buys a bunch of shit and then returns what she doesn't like. I bought a couple floral print numbers that'll be here tomorrow. But this one's a little interesting because it says it's a 2-day, but I really want Zubaz, but yeah.
It's an option.
What it says when
All right. We'll keep it moving.
I'm gonna buy them, and then if I
exactly.
I get them, and if I don't, I don't.
Jay, you and I were a little bit back and forth on Sunday night. There was
we were. Yeah, we were.
Little double wrestling pay-per-view action. We had TNA. It was Genesis, I believe, and GCW had their big show at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. So you sent the picture of the two setups, man. I was like, oh, that's how you do it.
So I had about a month's worth of laundry I had to put away, and my wife was gone. So I'm like, all right, so I could put Genesis on the bedroom TV, and I had GCW on my iPad.
Yeah.
Now I don't know why I was really intrigued with who Matt Cardona's mystery opponent was going to be, and boy was I let down.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
However, Baron Corbin, Tom Pescott, now known as Bishop Dyer, that's the Nomad. He was on Chris Van Vliet, and it was a great interview. So I know you guys probably won't listen, but go check it out because it was a good times. Yeah, I mean GCW always is a fun show. I don't remember any crazy like light tubes or pizza cutters. Brian, do you?
No, it was a little more tame. I mean, we had the actual legit injury of Allie. Yeah, in the second match, she busted her leg, and I wonder how because that was the winner of this match goes to the main event against their champion Mance Warner, and so it ended automatically. And then this was a part where I probably turned to TNA, and next thing you know, I go back to GCW. And it's just 6 guys cutting promos on each other, like, get in the ring, let's fight. And the other guys aren't. And I texted you, Jay, I'm like, what? Why aren't they fighting? Like, why is this? Because even the announcers were like, well, he knows they're not allowed to fight right now. And I'm like, what is happening?
Well, that was the athletic commission.
Exactly. Yeah. The athletic commission said no.
It was delayed 40 minutes.
Yeah. Because an ambulance was there and they needed another one to be on site. And so I was just like, what the hell is going on? And it broke it down that way.
Every state's athletic commission is different when it comes to this type of stuff. Pennsylvania is not as strict. California doesn't even have restrictions and stuff like that when it comes to indie shows. And GCW is still technically an indie. But yeah, so that was delayed like 40 minutes. At that point, I literally had my volume turned down because I think that's when Jordynne Grace and Tessa Blanchard had their match, which was the match of the night. God damn. And I know everyone's got their issues with Tessa, but god damn, that was a great fucking match.
I'd never heard a crowd chant "She's a racist" before.
Ooh. Well, yeah, that was pretty rough.
Ooh, so yeah, there's some what do they call that?
Animosity.
Yeah, but what do you need to do when you try to get redemption? Like bridges to build or fences to repair? Is that kind of the right analogy? Like they got to mend those fences. That's what I'm looking for. So it sounds like there's some fence mending that still needs to be done for her. But you're right. Yeah, you can't. I think I saw somebody on Twitter, but like, it's not like she was not in TNA because she's a shitty wrestler. She's an excellent wrestler. It's just there's some backstage stuff that sounded pretty shitty from accounts. So
she was that company crowd champion.
Yeah, she was their champion.
Yeah.
That first ever Netflix crowd is like, damn, we could have been the first crowd to chant "You are racist." TNA.
They lost out.
Let me ask you this. I don't like watching the injury stuff.
I don't either.
Like when and we've seen Allie, right, wrestle multiple times across I think she's wrestled every GCW event I've ever been to, and I've been to 3. Was it leg, ankle?
Broken leg.
Oh,
the good thing is Steph DeLander, who's also out with an injury, opened up a GoFundMe, and at the time of recording, I think it's around $40,000.
Wow.
Raised wrestling community and fans, and so awesome. Props to that. Much like when Chris Bay got hurt a couple months back. I bought the Chris Bay shirt as my little bit of a way to help the cause, but it was pretty gross, pretty graphic, and not something that I'm a fan of.
No. So yeah, Joe Henry's the champ. Which is there any rhyme or reason why JBL is getting involved in these things? Like he came out and he punched Nick Demis' brother Ryan, and I don't know.
He's clotheslining from hell. Everybody.
Yeah, it's a random thing. Like
he's been in Ohio Valley.
Right.
Lately too.
And then he was on Raw just doing one little commentary thing.
And he stole Kofi's $2.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny. You like money?
I want my $2 back.
$2.
The $2, yes. All right. So before we get to our next segment, as I put in the notes, the triumphant return.
Highly anticipated.
Of the spot of the week. I like that you added some music there, Kev. Yeah, guys, I did suggest that last week, and you blew it off. And I think that's not only offensive to me, but more importantly, to the men and women of professional wrestling who do such a great job entertaining us that you wouldn't give them a highlight. So I decided for the return of the spot of the week, we're not just going to go, hey, what's your spot of the week? We need to take it from 0 last week to we're not even doing this, to give it a little more pizzazz. And so what I decided to do is I called up some musician friends of mine.
Is it downstate? Is it Sponge?
It's down the street.
Is it Wheatus?
They're here singing Plowed.
Who is it? Tank Abbott?
3 count.
Is it Rusty Pork Fuck and the Wilcox Truckers?
Let's just get to it. So this is not an official. This is the song from here on out. But I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see what you think of this, see if you like it. Maybe we can do another one next week, and compare,
I like
contrast.
Kevin's song better.
Like, yeah. So I'm going to share my my screen here. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I just, all right, can you guys see the screen okay?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, let's see if we can do this.
Let's go. I got the air horn ready. The ham horn.
I know. All right, here we go. We'll make this big.
Hit
Ladies
play.
and gentlemen, this may be the theme song for the Spot of the Week.
Is there supposed to be audio yet?
Yeah, you didn't share audio.
No audio.
You just shared the video.
What?
You Zoom.
You kidding me? Oh, all right, let's try.
And we're going to get copyright stricken and not be able to monetize.
No, it says share sound is clicked. You guys couldn't hear nothing?
No, but we're going to get demonetized.
When he went through that,
we're going to be demonized?
Demonetized. We're not going to be able to. Brian, you drive me nuts when you do this, right? Now, this is breaking the fourth wall down.
You don't hear any music at that.
No.
Let's make our own sound effects.
Let's do it. Okay.
Unbelievable. The spot of the week is.
But
maybe it is being dropped as it should.
If you guys are interested, Hilton Hotels, we can save up to 20%, no reservation cost.
I don't understand why you guys wouldn't hear it. That's so weird. Thank you, Fiona. Yes. That's exactly what I just.
I farted.
Let me try one more thing here. I'm gonna X out of this.
This is riveting stuff. Brian, this is the deserving of Spot of the Week.
I know. Oh my god. All right,
this is like botch of the week.
It is. Yeah. This is botchamania worthy.
Okay, Brian, let's just knock this shit off. Spot of the week was for me the promo on Dynamite for the new Hounds of Hell, which is Brody King, Buddy Murphy.
You couldn't hear that music?
No.
Okay. All right. Unbelievable. All right.
We're listening to Jason now.
Go ahead. Yeah. Brody King.
So whatever the House of Black was there. So Brody King trademarked Hounds of Hell. And if you noticed in that promo Wednesday night, he had a dog. Buddy Murphy, trademarked Hellhound. So that's obviously where we're going with this crew, and I am here for it, and that is my spot of the week.
I farted.
He should go by Bloody Matthews.
Because he has red hair?
Because he's scary.
Scary Harry.
Yeah.
Kev, do you have a spot of the week?
I do. and it comes from NXT this week. When Bayley came out, and it started off kind of rough when Julia came out then, and she was kind of stumbling over some words. I think she was just kind of feeling the emotions, just how the crowd booed the hell out of Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade nonstop for minutes. And they just kind of took over the segment, like assisted in just the heat. And then Julia and Bayley were just looking at each other. I loved it. I loved it how much heat Roxanne Perez and Cora, very nice looking ladies there. We're just heat magnets. I loved it, every bit of it. That was my highlight of not just NXT, but that was one of my highlights of the entire week of wrestling so far. Just Bayley's going back, showing some appreciation to the ladies, showing the rub to Julia, putting over Roxanne. Cora's being brought into the higher levels.
Kind of a stupid name.
I loved great stuff from all four ladies. Was that the audio working?
What kind of a stupid name is that? What are you trying to be, an Irish R&B singer?
You hear that?
Yeah. I hear it.
Did you hear this?
No.
Was that Brian's video?
That was the song. Yeah.
Oh, some of these buttons for some reason they don't. Like I've got some good shit in here, and for some reason
it's time to play the game.
You hear that? Is there anything?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Time to play the game. Yeah.
Time to play the game.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's everywhere.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Something
like
Mark,
that.
I think, right? Big Daddy Mark.
Yeah.
He's a Mark, all right. Hi-oh. Joe, what's your spot of the week?
My spot of the week is based on how ridiculous it is. Moxley hitting Ricky Morton with the concerto. So do the Rock and Roll Express just travel with AEW to get beat up?
Were they in North Carolina?
I think Tennessee.
They were in Tennessee.
Rock and
They were in Knoxville.
Yeah,
so it's like, yeah, they were just basically like, not mentioned at all throughout the entire show. And then all of a sudden, Cope's match is over with, and it's like FTR is tied up. Like they were waiting for the Gimp to come out, and the Rock and Roll Express is passed out on the floor, and Moxley just hits him with a concerto. And I'm like, this is the most AEW ridiculous thing. It made me laugh so hard. I rewound it and watched it again, and it's like Shivani even goes, "Oh, they were in town to do some publicity for us." No, stop.
They filmed that shit last week. I guarantee it.
But it's just like, are they just gonna Rock and Roll Express? We're gonna travel with AEW again. I hope we don't get beat up by the Death Riders again.
Not
so
again.
Next week. So is this gonna be like AEW's? Oh my God, they killed Kenny. Oh my God, they killed the Rock and Roll Express.
Rock and roll,
Ricky.
So, Ricky, no. Yeah, that was my spot of the week because of how ridiculous it was.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good head scratcher. My spot of the week was the tag match on Raw between Damage Control and the still horrible name of Pure Fusion Collective or Collection. I don't even know. It's bad all around. But there was one spot in there. Zoe Stark. She gets a tag, and Io was being off the ropes, running the ropes. She hops over Shayna Baszler, and as she does that, what's her name? Zoe does a springboard drop kick off the top rope, but not from the corner, like a springboard from the middle, and like timed it perfectly. Where basically here's Io running, and here's Zoe with the drop kick, and it was like no one. Oh, and there's just another of just proof like how deep that women's division is, because Zoe has never been great on the microphone, but she can go in the ring. She can really, really wrestle, and that was something I've never really seen like that from her. So that one caught my eye as a pretty sick move. So that is my spot of the week. And God damn it, I will have to apologize to my musicians that I hired and paid handsomely to put together an actual theme song for it. Maybe we'll get that on next week.
Wait, did you do the theme song? Because didn't you buy like a guitar?
I did, yes.
You did get a guitar.
I did. But we'll never know. We'll never know if I can't get this audio to work. Unbelievable. So womp womp. You'll have to make up your own song. We'll have the fan submission song contest. We can do that. Send in your theme song ideas for spot of the week.
We spend too much time on spot of the week right now.
ThatWrestlepod@gmail.com. The emails are flooding in right now. They're not doing that. Okay. All right. Well, nevertheless.
Well, we're not live, pal.
Oh, Brian, the real question everybody wants to know.
That's true.
Brian, the real question everybody wants to know. Getting that PS5.
No one needs to know that.
Everybody wants to know that.
Damn it. I just finished paying off this Jericho.
Championship is dependent on you getting a PS5.
Yeah. Look at Joe's wearing a Nintendo controller.
PGA 2K comes out at the end of February, and it's going to be fucking better than 24 or 23, which was unbelievable.
If you say so. We just finished paying off this cruise, so now I can put that in the rear view mirror and start paying off. Can I put that shit on layaway?
And now you have golden microphones.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true. That is true. All right, friends. That'll do it for this week. But like I said, tune in, maybe early Sunday. You might get a Saturday night's main event reaction pod, as long as it's not a completely shitty ass show. I think we're probably going to do it. So, got that to look forward to. And then we'll have
even if it is.
Even if it is, we'll come on and we'll bitch for 5 minutes and then call it a night. And then we'll have our Royal Rumble preview and predictions next week as well. We'll get that out a little early, since 3 of us will be on a cruise and 1 of us will be at the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. It's going to be a banner week next week, guys. At That WrestlePod for all the social media, whatamaneuver.net for the merchandise, and of course, youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast. For Jason, Kevin, Joe, and for the no audio having me, as this week's That Wrestling Podcast. As always, enjoy wrestling.
Fuck the Easter Bunny.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow @ThatWrestlePod on social media.